What's up, guys? It's your boy Vince Ryder, and welcome back to more Down to Earth review. Yes, not Let's Reads, I'm sorry, but review. And I had this idea if I should kind of do some of the reactions like on Instagram. If you guys follow my Instagram, I'm really thinking of doing that, you know? But it's got to be like short reactions, like 1 minute, since I can't really post much time on the gram. But it's something I'm really think I'm doing. I'm not sure how my audience will grow over there. I just got so many ideas, and so many things to deal with right now. Still working on getting my channel back. Got classes like soon, so I kind of have to sign up and get my financial aid and everything. But other than all that, boring college stuff, let's talk about some down to earth because some of y'all kids want some more down to earth than I do. Okay, but yeah, episode 6 to 10. And let's just discuss. Let's discuss or talk about. Obviously, I can't say discuss because WEBTOON will take me down. I'm just playing. But yeah, episode 6. Cade basically uses the tips from the manager. I'll just call him the manager right now to be more nicer. I'm like, good job, Cade. I see you. Not sure it's fake or real, but still, it's nice. We always need nice, employees when we definitely go to like different retails to get our goodies, and we got some of these nice handsome employees, like and beautiful employees. Okay, but as it goes on and on and on, Cade drops the stuff. I'm just kidding, not really, but the manager did, as he was shocked, and Cade uses his advice, and the manager was like, oh my gosh, Cade, how could you? He was so nice. And the manager, of course, calls him by the wrong name because, hey, I guess Kate's a hard name after all. Not really. I mean, it's an uncommon name. Anyways, the manager wonders why Kate is so happy. Why is Kate happy? And literally tries to dig in like, ooh, is there somebody you meet? Is there somebody that you saw or something like that? Like, what are you going to do in that situation, Kate? Let me tell you. But of course, Cade brushed it off, and pretty much we go into the other side where it's Zeta. So pretty much there's like two perspectives, one for Cade and one for Zeta. Zeta washing them dishes, and also just somehow like feeds the cat and goes around the house. Definitely handle it, except for the feeding with the cat. Yeah, that didn't go well. That didn't go well. Zeta was trying, but she tried. She tried at least. Zeta is, after all, not an earthling, but the beginners of an earthling. It's like riding a bike. You never ride a bike before? Well, you got to start now. You got to start somewhere, and that's what Zeta is doing. The same thing with me. I got to start somewhere because I did start before, and now it's gone. That's a little, like, I lost my channel reference. But anyways, enough of that. And definitely looks around the house, saw magazines. Definitely, like, come on now, Zeta. That's Kate's stuff, and of course that's something that most guys would have except me. Come on now. Unless we're talking about them Chippendale mags. I'm just playing. But also there's a Starbomb reference. I saw that. Did you saw that? There's a t-shirt of Starbomb. It was cool. Then Zeta found a box. What is in the box? I don't know. She almost opened it until Cosmo was like, stop right there. But, Cosmo didn't really say anything, of course, because it's a cat. But Cosmo kind of basically got Zeta's attention. And that's when Zeta was like, oh, that's right, I need to feed you. Next up in episode 7, Zeta tries to feed Cosmo. And tries to feed them goldfishes, I think. I think that's what Cosmo eats, right? Or Cosmo. But then leaps. I just love that, the leap scene that Cosmo tends to get herself or herself in. Leaps everywhere. Dashes away from Zeta. Because, I guess I don't have a pet. I never had a pet. I know, sad. I'm just lonely in all sorts. The only child, never had a pet. Yep, that's my life. But I'm not sure if this is true, but I think when a pet meets some strangers, they literally don't really trust them. At least not to an extreme. I'm not sure if dogs is different from cats, because for dogs, they see someone different, they're like, bark, 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 bark. They just go wild at them. And there was this video that this dog was chasing this guy that was just taking the garbage, just minding his own business. And the dog, it was like a big, like, a German Shepherd. It was a tall German Shepherd, I think, that was chasing this guy all over the house, all over the yard. Like, it got in the car, and the dog just like even got jump on the car. I wish I had that video, but I don't. Not that's not important. What's important is that Cosmo just went all over the place, and then that's when Zeta trips on a wire just to get Cosmo. I'm like, oh, poor Zeta. Later on, in the other hand, yep, we're doing a little switcheroo. Cade's side pretty much talks to a girl that happens to. At first I thought it was the ex, but it's a different girl. Okay, it's a customer, and they have a little conversation and everything. She had glasses and actually had these things on her ears, tapers or whatever. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know what they're. Now look, I don't have piercings. Okay, I don't know what is tapers, but has these things in her ears, and that's when Cade was like kind of having this pet peeve. I'm like, oh boy, this is like a YA adult reference right here, a very hot topic reference for real. And Cade looks at what the girl bought and decides, Cade just decided, like, you know what, I'm gonna buy that for good old Zeta. And I'm just surprised that the manager was like, ooh, what are you getting that for? Instead, the manager was like weirded out. At least it kind of covers that scene. I was still curious about it. But later on, Kate comes back home, and then it happened. The precious child. Oh, this scene. This scene. I mean, Zeta doesn't know, but puts that. Can you imagine if you got a PS5 and then your girlfriend just happens to put it like in the sink just to wash it? Like, I'm making this clean for you, babe. And then you freak out. Look, it's nighttime. I can't scream, but trust me, it would go into 100 decimals. Let me tell you right now, my volumes will be pop, pop, pop. Your ears, okay? I will scream like a panicking rooster because that must suck. That must suck for Cade. Had a hard day, had a hard times work, especially the battery meter, as it keep referencing the battery meter, knowing how Cade's battery meter is just like slowly coming down, and tries to just settle down, like, oh yeah, what a hard day. I'm just gonna go home and just play some that was that that Punk Cyber 7 glitch. Man, that sounds like a good game. I'm gonna download that when I get home, and I got a little something for Zeta, and it runs out. In episode 8, that's when that whole battery meter affects good old Cade, as he starts to lose it. He starts to lose it. He even starts to reference a bunch of stuff. All the bad things. All the bad things. I was nice to that lady. I took the manager's advice. I gotta go. Ellie left me. And Cade starts to lose it. His stress. He has a different meter. It's a stress meter, not a battery meter. As Cade starts to lose it. He is starting to lose it. He even squats down like for grace, and was like, oh, I can't. I'm cat. And Zeta tries to cheer him up, like, hey, are you okay, buddy? Are you okay? As the system is still in the sink. The precious child, RIP. But Cade almost goes off at Zeta until she told Cade that she looked into his stuff. And I'm just like, why would you say that? Well, actually, like, also, why would Zeta be so mad of lewd pictures? How would you know that? How would you know that? This is a young adult doing things in his own things just to cope. And that was the precious child, was aka the PlayStation X1 series or whatever it is, whatever system it is. The precious child was something to cope with. Okay? God, that's starting to rhyme me. Knowing that system breaks, and then like how you gotta go through that, especially when I had my system breaks. Okay, because trust me, I believe that right now, like, what is this? Like, I think this is my like third like PSP that I have like next to me. Man, losing that as a child, I don't know. I think I just fell in a black hole during that phase. God, things were difficult. But in this moment, Zeta kind of told, of course, Cade about, like, oh, I looked through your stuff. You were a pervert or something like that. And Cade got mad. Ooh, it got steamy. There was an argument. And then we start to see the character details, which is something I do like about this whole story. That Zeta, her she starts to tremble. She starts to, shiver, and Kate sees it. And you can tell that Cade definitely understands. There is some understanding around Cade. That's what I like about him, because he's not dumb. He's not blind. He doesn't, even though, like, life is rough for him and the way he is. There's a reason. There's a reason to a lot of Cade's character. Tries, almost apologizes, but then Zeta just went, to her room, or Cade's room, someone's room. It's a room, and just hides there, as Cade feels bad. Later on, Cade gets some pizza. Got a little gift for her, and yeah, Zeta seems to be also has a present. After eating the pizza, of course, as things cheer up a little bit. Because how can you help a good smell of pizza, especially this pepperoni? I think I forget what flavor it is. I don't know, but Zeta just eventually comes out, of course, because of the smell of that delicious pizza, and rocks with the nightgown, as pretty much it reveals Kay's energy. I'm like, okay, Kay, well, you are something, but I relate. I know what you mean, Cade. But that's an interesting factoid. Just the energy, the battery energy plays a big role within this whole, with, I guess, in Cade's life. In episode 9, as Cade feeds Cosmo, pretty much does itself. For some reason, this episode right here, it's not only about, like, I guess, because there is like a little montage of just like, I guess, Cade teaching Zeta, them having good times in the house. We also start to see that this is somewhat like a food episode, because we got Cade feeding Cosmo with the bits, the goldfishies, and also different kinds of food, like the spaghetti scene. I was like, ooh, give me some spaghetti. But also there's this dish, which is the only thing I kind of guess remembered, because it's still stuck in my head. I'm like, okay, what is this? It's blurred. And also Zeta's home. Even Zeta found a couple of ingredients just to make this dish in the kitchen, and Zeta was like, okay, well, there's a dish from my home planet that I cooked up, and it's all in, I guess, Zodian language, but I actually translated, because the words, I believe they're real, and I actually did a little translation of what this weird blurred dish looks like, because it's literally blurred, and it's called Zaplumamba. Zaplumamba. Zaplumanaba. Zaplumanaba. That's how I say it in my, in my language, basically. But for the Zodians, they probably call it Zaplumebity or something like that. I got a cooler name for it. I think I said it differently and it was cooler, and I forgot. Damn. But yeah, it's a blurred dish. And pretty much, I guess the lesson behind here is don't knock it till you try it, which I'm like, really? There's must be a lot of interesting lessons, but I guess Cade chose that, which, hey, no judgment, but what the heck is that? It's kind of disturbing how it's blurred. That definitely, I guess, someone lose my appetite a little bit, because I'm like, why are you blurring it? I'm curious. What is that dish? I need to know. Pookie. But in episode 10, this is the last one I'm going to be reviewing, Zeta apologize. Especially, for the system breaking, which, like, oh, man, apology? Well, you better pay for it, but since you're not of this planet, then whatever, I'll take that. Cade will take that. Cade's cool with that, RP, the precious child. As to play Monopoly, which I'm like, oh, hey, Monopoly. But then Zeta has a trouble time reading writing, which she could easily like, where's your telepathic powers? Even Kate said that. And of course, Zeta was like, oh, I don't know. Because so I guess more writing and reading, which we do have to, during this whole series, they have to process a lot of Zeta's, learnings. And so later on, Kate tries to find a way to make Zeta faster. And pretty much learn faster, learn quicker, some different, options here and there. But one of them that Kate choose is TV. Which I'm like, yeah, of course. And there's the Steven Universe reference. How that's good. That's good. They sit close to each other as they learn, and pretty much, Kate even questions like, "Wait, why am I being so carefree? Have I been always carefree?" I'm like, "Well, have you? Having a girl in your house? Yeah, that's carefree. Okay, I don't know. It's a romance, but Kate checking out Zeta. Like, Kate, hello, wake up, buddy." And as it reminds Kate of his ex for some reason. Because there is a scene in this episode where there is a flashback of Kate's ex, or I believe so it's Kate's ex, as it shows the same tats, the feather tattoos, and whatever it Zeta is wearing, which is the nightgown that Kate bought from the good old spenders. And it reminds Kate of the ex. I'm like, that's interesting. And saying they and also saying they look alike. But of course, there was this scene that was golden where pretty much that memory of the ex kind of gave Cade a headache to the point where he fell asleep and landed on Zeta's thick thighs, save lives. So yeah, pretty much Cade's face landed on the face, on thighs, and pretty much that's when Cade blushed. This moment of gratitude and beauty witnessed around Cade, thinking like, am I on planet Stars? I try to do a planet. Freaking man, when it comes to astronomy jokes, I would not be good at that due to the fact that I'm in astronomy class. But that's that was bad. But anyways, what else? What isn't bad? This review probably. I don't know. But other than that, hope you guys enjoy this review. Hope you enjoy it. We'll be talking about more down to earth soon once I come back. Oh yeah. But other than that, I'll see you guys when I see it, because I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I just know that I'm happy really talking about it. Some good old webtoon stuff. Just enjoying content that I like to enjoy. And making reviews or making the notes for this, for Down to Earth, for some reason is a lot of fun, honestly. I really enjoyed it. And the cool thing about reviewing is that I get to do it with many other, web comics and webtoons. So other than that, thank you guys for watching. Keep an eye out for more content, for more Down to Earth goodness. Yours truly, Vince Writer. Okay, I'm out. Peace.